It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. And coming right up, we'll see the Utah Jazz playing against the Memphis Grizzlies. And for Memphis, you look at how this roster is constructed, the types of plays they run, they're looking to match up well against every style of opponent, and tonight will be a great test of that. And a guy we'll be watching tonight, Jay Crowder, impacts the game in a number of ways. Shaq, would you call him underrated?
Very underrated, but more people know about him now. Maybe not a household name, but that's because he focuses on the little things.
Yep. He's a tone setter, defensively. He can get you 8 a game easily, no problem. Plays to his strengths. And sometimes when you can get 8, that's better than getting none.
That was deep.
You can get 8 right now. You look like a sandwich.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The mighty Mississippi River carving its path through Memphis, Tennessee, where we're coming to you from tonight. It's a Western Conference battle at the FedEx Forum in downtown Memphis as the Grizzlies look to work the home court advantage. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Well, Quinn Snyder is the coach here in Utah, and he said, as a coaching staff, we show the players we have confidence in them. And then we're unbelievably demanding. But it has to be mixed with patience. And that, over time, pays off. Kevin?
Teaching and motivating. He's done a nice job, D.A. Thanks. Well, Smitty, tonight a lot of experience on the floor. Guys who have been going up against each other for a very long time.
You have to have those wily vets. I know young guys get up and down athleticism, but the vets, they just know how to play, especially when you have one of those experienced guys coming off the bench. He could be very key to making a run and also changing the course of the game.
And guys look for ways to kind of get up for a game, don't they? They like the individual rivalries they see.
Yeah, they love it. You get a chance to look down there and see another guy you've been going against each other for years. It's you versus him in somewhat of a game within the game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Utah, they've got Donovan Mitchell. Gobert is out there with Joe Ingles. And it's Conley, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 spot. Here's Jay. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Poked away. Now the pass to Valanciunas. Pass to Jay. Just 5 to shoot. Off target from outside. And so Gobert will bring it up for Utah. Got that one up quick. Ingles has got the opening field goal of the game for Utah.
You see the practice time Ingles has put in, completely in rhythm. No problem with that shot.
Jay, the pass to Jackson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's Utah. Ingles with the ball. Now Valanciunas defending. Conley kicks to Gobert. Outside Conley. Here's Mitchell. And Jackson with the block.
Impressive defender using his huge wingspan to turn away shots.
Valanciunas makes it off the glass.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in a groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
Now, here's Mitchell. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Jay Crowder. And Greg, right out of the gate, Donovan Mitchell seemed like a veteran more than a rookie.
I mean, his professionalism was one of the first things Ricky Rubio noticed about Mitchell. Father played minor league baseball, knows what it takes to succeed in professional sport, and you can see it in his approach to practice and his commitment to improving his game. Mitchell was already the surprise of that 2017 draft, and I don't think there's any question he's destined to be a star.
First free throw is good.
He was a part of that terrific draft class in 2017. Donovan Mitchell was somewhat unheralded, but may turn out to be the best of the bunch.
And Mitchell drops them both.
And the thing about Mitchell, stands only about 6'3", but has a solid frame and long arms, and is very quick off his feet.
And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovic. That's his first foul. Folks, it's stolen by Gobert. Corner Conley. And Bogdanovic kicks to Ingles. And it's Bogdanovic in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up on the wing. He squares up and sinks it. Bogdanovic has got his first 2 points. And talking about Mitchell, you have the physical profile, and then you have the intangibles.
The first one, he's a highly competitive guy. The strides he's made with his shooting speaks volumes about his work ethic. Great character and very well spoken.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Gobert with it. Now Valanciunas defending, and Jay gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Now, here's Bogdanovic. Defense is right there. Shot clock at 5. To the inside. It's stolen by Valanciunas.
Oh, that's a tough pass to make there. He had a very narrow gap to squeeze it through and just couldn't get it done.
Outside Jackson. Sinks the three-pointer. Jackson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And how about that mentality by Jackson? Looking to shoot it as soon as that pass was delivered.
Gobert dishes to Mitchell. Jackson against Conley. Shot clock at 6. From downtown, Valanciunas grabs the board.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
You know, there's no shame in passing out in that situation. Leave your ego at the door. A nice job of converting, but what really makes this play, the league pass.
Conley kicks to Ingles. Gobert against Valanciunas. Outside Conley. Back to Gobert. Mitchell up top, guarded by Jackson. High post try, and Jackson with the block. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Jackson's got the ball. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Conley finds Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. Jackson against Mitchell. Out to Conley. Ingles in the corner, looking to end the run, and Jackson with the block. Over Mitchell, and Jackson with the basket on the assist from Crowder. Jackson's got 5 now.
Having a good, efficient start to this game offensively. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
Last year was a tricky run for Crowder. Pretty much all of his shooting percentages were down. Just never seemed to get into a rhythm.
Ingles against Jack. Pass to Conley. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Back to Gobert. Clock at 6. On the wing, Mitchell. To end the cold streak. The Jazz with another miss.
Great perimeter D. Gave a good shooter absolutely no room to operate.
Passes it to Crowder. On the wing, Jackson. Here's Valanciunas. Gobert pulls it in.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Right side, Conley. Pass to Ingles. Over in the corner, Conley. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Conley's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A very capable shooter from long range. The threat of Conley's quickness gives him space to get it off.
To the inside. Here's Jackson. Gobert with the block. Here's Valanciunas. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3. Here is Conley. He kicks to Ingles. And Josh Jackson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Memphis. Yvonne Rabs checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Kyle Anderson comes in for Jackson. And it's Iguodala in for Josh Jackson. Utah also making some changes. Green comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. Now here's Green. Here's Mitchell. Right side, Green. Over Anderson. Green, no luck.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot. And this one was uncontested.
Jay, defended by Moutier. Jay, the pass to Rab. Gobert with the defensive effort.
You know what? He tried to lay it in at the point of attack. Just too much defensive pressure on that play.
He gets that one.
They are at their best when Mitchell pushes the action. His aggressiveness raises the level of this team.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Last year, a devastating season for the Memphis Grizzlies, especially on the offensive end. Dead last in field goals attempted and in field goals made.
Checked in for the... Also making some changes. Royce O'Neal comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Exum in for Donovan Mitchell. Here's Iguodala. And again, Memphis no good.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
But that's an excellent pass. On time, on target. Great teamwork.
Memphis has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Jay, the pass to Iguodala. And now Utah, fast break. Out to the right wing. The pass to Gobert. Kicks to Exum. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Moutier. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. O'Neal against Anderson. Pass to Rab. Jay, the pass to Rab. Founded by Exum.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
Memphis trailing here. Jay, the pass to Clark. Iguodala outside. And Anderson has it in the corner. Clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And that one's good by Clark.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Exum finds Green. O'Neal against Anderson. O'Neal passes to Moutier. From beyond the arc, connects from three-point range. Moutier's got 5 now.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Passes it to Jay. He kicks it to Anderson. Memphis moving it around. Here's Jay. No good with the triple.
You know, a little off his game this quarter. Still trying to find a rhythm, though.
Moutier passes to O'Neal. Here's Exum, defended by Anderson. Knocks it loose. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Here's Moutier following the score by Memphis. 5 to shoot. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Too aggressive to start this game. That's already a couple fouls already in the first.
Jackson, he's checked in for Jay. And Utah also making a switch. Davis is checked in. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Moutier kicks to Green. Shot clock at 5. Takes the 3. It's Clark with the rebound.
If you're trying to keep the defense honest, that's the one you really have to make.
Outside Jackson. Out to the right wing. Fires from the corner. Misses off the left iron. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Jazz out in front, up 1. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. It wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley in the NBA. He talked about that journey.
And downs of injuries and early on in my career not being able to be consistent enough to be considered a top guard in the league and making myself work that much harder to get my game to a level where I feel that I can compete against anybody in the league. And that's what I'm most proud of, is just being able to withstand that.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
Well, I mean, they just got hot early from beyond the arc, and we'll just have to wait and see if they can keep that going.
They also want to be unpredictable. Mix up the play calling. Keep the defense guessing.
Josh Jackson out there with Iguodala. And it's ABC. Then there's Kyle Anderson. And it's Rhea in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Now here's Anderson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. That shot off. And it's Utah the other way. The feed to Moutier. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
Steve, offenses have gotten so good at stretching the floor. What are defenses doing to counteract that?
I think that what they're doing right now is they're having guys with the versatility of switching. Because if you run pick and roll and you can switch, it keeps everybody in front of you. And I think also right now they're having multiple guys and going deeper to have guys who are in foul trouble that they can look down to their bench and they can play 10 or 12 guys on their roster.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Jackson dishes to Iguodala. Rab the pass to Iguodala. Pass to Clark. Deep two from Anderson. Rebound, Utah.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Davis kicks to O'Neal. The pass to Green. Back to O'Neal. Over Anderson. And that one goes long.
This is a problem for him. Inconsistent from the mid-range.
Inside, here's Jackson. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Jackson's got 7 points. Exum finds Davis. O'Neal against Anderson. Now, here is O'Neal. He's guarded closely. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Three shots.
And he's good on the first of three.
What a year for the Utah Jazz in 2018. A fifth-place finish in the West with a solid 48-win season. Definitely surpassed the expectations many had going into the year.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Von Rapp. And it's Jackson in for ABC. And he sinks the second. And Smitty, the Jazz certainly caught many by surprise last season.
You have to credit the job the front office did to reload the roster. Ended up losing to the Rockets in a thriller in the second round. But this is a team no opponent wants to see in the playoffs.
And he holds the third.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Iguodala, the pass to Valanciunas, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal. Quarter two, and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. 13 feet away. Jackson misses.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, the Jazz had to weather the loss of Gordon Hayward, so they need to play together to have success. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We expect guys to put the team in front of themselves and support each other. Our strength isn't in one guy. We need each other." Kevin?
David, one thing for sure, they come to play almost every game. Thank you. Crowder, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. Mitchell, he's checked in for Utah. It's stolen by Davis. Feeds it to Mitchell. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And it's an 11-point Utah lead.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls?
Here's Jackson. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
A nice move, attacking in the paint with confidence.
Conley kicks to Davis. Pass to Mitchell. 4 on the clock. Right at the free throw line. Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Jazz lead by 11.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And you don't need the big play. Right now, you just need the smart one.
This is what desperation can do. You start to play outside of yourself, making a bad situation worse.
Now here is Conley. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Outside, Davis. Conley scanning the floor. Over Iguodala. Conley's shot is off. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Well, Smitty, we saw with Jonas Valanciunas, the Lithuanian big man, shooting more threes last season.
Valanciunas saw all the other centers in this league add a three-pointer and wanted in on the action as well. Only took about 1 a game, but he shot over 40%.
Now here's Crowder, following the miss by Michael Conley.
And I love the activity level of Bogdanovich on the defensive end, using that height and length there to just crowd shooters.
And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Got a piece of it. To the middle. And Jackson with the block. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Mitchell passes to Ingles. 5 to shoot. Out to Conley. Lets it go from deep. That's in there. Davis with the assist. 6 points for Conley.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Iguodala against Conley. Passes it to Jackson. And here's Valanciunas. Over Davis. Ingles with the rebound. Utah leading by 12. He feeds it to Bogdanovich. Offensive rebound. Here's Mitchell. Can't connect from the right block.
Boy, this is rough on him. He wants to help out the team, which is playing well otherwise, but his shot just isn't there.
On the wing, it's Iguodala. Covered by Conley. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And when you're in catch-up mode, you can ill afford these kinds of errors.
I feel like they're getting ahead of themselves. Just need to rein it in. Focus on each individual possession.
Jay's checked in for Memphis. Now here's Conley. 6 points for him. Mitchell outside. Over Iguodala. And the rejection by Iguodala.
And Iggy demonstrating his trademark defense yet again. Just a sensational shot blocker.
Over to the wing. Jay, covered by Conley. And the wide open shot from Crowder. Good on the three-point shot. Crowder's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And there's where, if you get some room, you kind of have to take that shot to keep the defense honest.
Conley finds Davis. Stolen. To the inside. Here's Valanciunas. Doesn't go for him. Good D by Mitchell. Jazz leading by 9. To the middle. Now, here's Ingles. He dishes it to Davis. Nice ball movement by Utah. 6 to shoot. Here's Bogdanovich. Another miss by Utah.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the outs, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. So it's Utah now, following the score by Memphis. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That is his first foul of the game. Gobert, he's checked in for the Jazz. Here's Mitchell, and he uses the glass on the layup. Mitchell's got 4 points this quarter.
It's hard to stop Donovan Mitchell from getting to his spot. The guy has everything on the offensive end.
Jay, the pass to Jackson. To the paint. Valanciunas with the ball. Now defended by Gobert. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Crowder. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz.
Well, you know this franchise, they preach fundamentals. The Grizzlies led the league in personal fouls last season. Just another example of where things went wrong.
Connects from three-point range. 11 points for Donovan Mitchell.
You know, he had a hot start to this game. He's only gotten hotter. We'll see if the defense makes an adjustment.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And the Jazz making a change here. Green's checked in. It's stolen by Green. Down low. That's good for Mitchell on the assist from Green. Mitchell's got the lead up to 12 now for the Jazz. Iguodala, the pass to Jay. Down low.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Conley kicks to Mitchell. Back to Conley. The tray. And Utah another three.
Gradually starting to put pressure on this defense. That's his second from downtown this quarter. 3 for the game.
They double him with Green and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's Utah now. Jazz leading by 13. Kicks to Conley. Outside Bogdanovich. Here's Mitchell. That three off the mark. Grizzlies have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. And the basket is good. That's 7 points for Jay Crowder.
That's some finish, and against excellent defense, Crowder with tricks up his sleeve.
Conley finds Gobert. Mitchell with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. Back to Mitchell. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to to keep an eye on, guys.
Some changes for Memphis. Ivan Rabb comes in for Jonas Valanciunas, and ABC subbed in for Jackson. And Utah with a change here, too. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Bogdanovich. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. Utah also making some changes. Emmanuel Mudiay's checked in for Mitchell. And it's Dante Exum in for Mike Conley. Jay, the pass to Iguodala. Anderson outside. Shot clock at 6. Takes a 3. Utah with the rebound. Exum's got 4 rebounds in this game. Over in the corner, Mudiay. And Gobert kicks to O'Neal. Nice ball movement by Utah. Mudiay looking around. From deep three-point range, a rebound by Rabb.
Rough start to this game. Hits one bucket in the first and nothing here in the second.
Anderson passes to Jay. There's a minute left to play here in the half. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And here's Mudiay. 10 points for him. And Gobert kicks to Mudiay. Pass to Exum. Out to the right wing. Anderson against Green. Over Anderson. The Jazz again can't hit it.
He got a good look from the mid-range area. He needs to shoot this one with more confidence.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Bucket is good. Exum's got the lead up to 13 now for Utah.
That's Exum's comfort zone. When he sees a chance for an easy fast break opportunity, he really leaks out quickly.
Inside, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Utah Jazz. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. The second quarter was full of highlights for them, and as their play improved, so did their lead. They'll be carrying an 11-point edge into the second half. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on Memphis.
They're being far less aggressive than they ought to be. The free throw differential is huge right now. It's threatening to determine the outcome of the game. So they have to get into the lane and challenge defenders to make them try to stop you.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
We're back with you here in Memphis, Tennessee. A gorgeous look at the skyline here in the birthplace of rock and roll. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there is opens up things for everybody else.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. We've got Conley. Joe Ingles is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Donovan Mitchell, and it's Gobert in at the center, locking down the middle. Smitty, so much work done by the players in the offseason. In terms of development, which skills tend to be the easiest to improve upon?
I think there's one, and you got to call it a skill right now, is the easiest is getting in tip-top shape, because that's all on you. Being able to put in the time in your body and nutrition. Next, I think for guys is defensively. I think that's the skill that you obviously can work on. It's about lateral movement, and you don't need others. You can come out and work on that. Next, I think for guys is shooting. And now I wouldn't say you'll be Steph Curry from one summer to another, but if you put in the work, you'll see the percentages starting to go up.
So it's Utah now after Memphis gets the three. Here's Conley, and Utah again with the bucket.
Well, we know he's been confident with the shot, a big reason why they're ahead in this game.
The Grizzlies trail by 13. Jackson passes to Jay. Back to Jackson. Down low.
And Jackson is a terrific passer at that forward position. Fantastic at setting the table for his guys.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Back to Gobert. Mitchell in the corner. Shoots from the baseline. And Utah again with the bucket.
Great play calling. The execution. 3 for 3 to start the half.
Jackson against Mitchell. The pass to Jackson. Lays it up off the glass. Jackson's got 6.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Conley finds Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. Jackson against Mitchell. Ingles in the corner. Pulls it up. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Mitchell kicks to Ingles. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. And the Jazz, another 3.
The silent assassin, Ingles, continues to do his job and does it at a high level.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And you got to love just how smart of a point guard Mike Conley is. You never get the sense he is forcing anything with the ball and keeps it moving around to his teammates. Very aware of his spacing and the spacing of others while running that offense.
Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's Jackson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Conley, who is so good with space and timing on offense, seems to always find a way to score inside.
I mean, he has that great floater to lean on for scoring. And the only thing you want from Conley is health. Has had a few too many injuries to ignore the last few seasons. This team is so visibly better when he is healthy and on the floor.
That one is off.
And Josh Jackson, the 4th pick in that 2017 draft out of Kansas, a hyper-athletic 6'8", and he's got the handles, I think, to become a terrific slasher in the league.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And Jackson plays with a great motor. He's got some grit in his game.
I mean, he's a competitor. I mean, plays with that chip on both shoulders. But give me a guy who cares. As a coach, better to have guys you need to rein in rather than those you have to kind of force to be aggressive.
Mitchell and the Jazz, another 3.
Coach doing a great job of putting Mitchell in pick and roll situations. For a young player, he makes good decisions.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Passes to Jay. Three-pointer. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Picked him clean. And here comes the break. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
He has flat out dominated this quarter, hitting shots at will, yet they still find themselves behind.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Davis is checked in for Bogdanovich.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Smitty, we've asked you in the past about what you miss the most about playing. What is something that you don't miss about playing?
You know, I think the travel time away from your family. That's the one thing I did miss. And obviously when you're a team, that becomes your second family and you get a chance to be around those guys. But when you're gone away from home, the amount of days and times that we are, that's the thing I really don't miss, Kevin.
2 on the clock.
They thought Ingles would be looking for the jumper. Instead, he puts his head down and makes a play.
And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Valanciunas against Gobert. Jackson kicks to Jackson. Pass to Valanciunas. Jay, over by Conley. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Mitchell dishes to Conley. To the paint. Here's Gobert.
Well, Rudy Gobert has taken on more of a leadership role with this team. Clearly a difference maker on the court with his defense, and will get the team to fall in line. Hard to argue with one of the elite rim protectors in our league.
And that one misses.
What you have to love about Gobert, he's improved across the board. We're even seeing it at the line.
He hits the second from the line. The Grizzlies trail by 14. Jay, the pass to Jackson. It's Crowder on the wing. Ingles covering. Crowder finds Valanciunas. Launches a three. Offensive rebound. Jackson. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Love the extra possessions. Defense has them stopped, but can't control the boards.
And with Gobert, he does so much as a defender with his impact break in the paint.
Yeah, and Gobert does so much in terms of cleaning up his teammates' mistakes while they're defending out there on the perimeter. It allows his teammates to be more aggressive on D, knowing he's going to be that last line of defense. And Gobert won't let them get too comfortable, as he is one of the more vocal players in terms of shaping their D.
Jazz leading by 11. Conley kicks to Davis. Pass to Ingles. Jackson against Mitchell. Back to Ingles. Shot clock at 5. And the three ball is good. Ingles has got 11. The Grizzlies have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Crowder feeling it out a bit. The pass to Jay. Clock at 6. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
His marksmanship this quarter has been unbelievable, yet they still trail in this game.
Conley with it. He's got 14. Dishes it to Ingles. Right side, Davis. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
There's the work Ingles has put into his strength and conditioning. Takes the hit and still able to convert.
To the middle. The turnaround Jay. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Jackson.
The defense was clearly not on the same page. No one picked up the open man.
Down low, Crowder with the steal. Here's Jay. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
And the offense starting to click for them this half. They've raised that field goal percentage quite a bit since the break.
Passes it to Conley. At the elbow, it's Gobert. Just 5 to shoot. Mitchell against Jackson, and Jackson with the block. Jay the pass to Jackson, and the lead is down inside single digits. Jackson's got 9 points here in the second half, and the Jazz call time here.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they've got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Rabs checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Kyle Anderson comes in for Jay Crowder. And it's Iguodala in for Josh Jackson. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Green, he's checked in for Gobert. O'Neal comes in for Joe Ingles. Moutier, he's checked in for Mitchell. And it's Dante Exum in for Mike Conley. The Grizzlies trail by 8.
Quinn Snyder, one of the more serious and intense coaches in the NBA. He has an MBA and a law degree. Takes a very measured approach to coaching, and it fits the team perfectly.
Now, here is O'Neal. 5 points in the game. Green kicks to Exum. Back to Green. Out to the right wing. Here's Moutier. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Moutier's got 12. And Steve, you talk about Snyder's intensity, perhaps has one of the sternest faces on the sideline.
That intensity has translated to his defense. He's rebuilt the team on that end. The Jazz players have followed his lead. They play with toughness.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And just a tremendous display of strength by Iggy. Always a threat to convert, even with the contact.
The Grizzlies have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. Clark, he's checked in for Memphis.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw good, Iguodala. Steve, the golden era of basketball for the Jazz were in the late 90s with Stockton and Malone. What was it like playing against those teams?
Well, they were unguardable in the pick and roll. Fantastic in the fast break situation. Karl Malone, one of the best runners at the 4 position. And then you had John Stockton. If you made a mistake, he would make you pay with the pass. And they had toughness. Probably would have won a title if Jordan wasn't around.
And the rejection by Iguodala. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. He kicks it to Clark. Pass to Jay. 6 on the shot clock. Who's from 18. The shot, no good. And it's Utah the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, as we know, Rudy Gobert is a 7-footer with an aggressive mentality. He said some guys don't have pride, but I do. Sometimes too much. Quinn Snyder said he gets angry, which I like. Whatever kind of stereotypes Americans have about the French, they don't apply. Not to him anyway, guys.
Sacre bleu! Thank you, GA. He is indeed a fiery competitor.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
In terms of player salaries, you want to get what you pay for. Not the case for the Grizzlies last season. 2 of the 3 highest paid guys, one played in just 12 games, the other played in just 36.
And the Jazz making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in. And Iguodala drops them both. Well, looking at the Grizzlies last season, they really didn't have the talent on the bench to make up for some of those injuries.
They've botched a lot of draft picks over the years. No infusion of young talent. No surprise that they ended up with the 2nd worst record in the league.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Launches it. Drains the three-pointer. Bogdanovich has got 5.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
Anderson can't get it to go. Utah leading by 8. To the inside, and it's blocked. Now Iguodala, he has 7 inside, grab, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
and just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
I think it very well could be. That might be the game-changing play that helps push them over the top.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's got 5. Back to Exum. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And certainly he's got many natural tools. Dante Exum now starting to put them to better use.
Kevin, he's playing with a better decisiveness now. You can see he has a plan. Still very young, still has the upside. We'll see if he can keep it rolling.
And the first one drops.
The Utah Jazz, their offense, they can go at you from several angles. They have a lot of shot creators and a lot of guys that can put it on the floor. Solid shooting, and they don't get sped up on the offensive end.
That one misses.
The point guard out of Australia, Dante Exum, is a rare physical specimen. Reason why he has great length at that point guard position. Great size.
Now here's Iguodala. He's got 7. The tray sinks the three-pointer. Iguodala's got 8 here in the quarter.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
As a shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Kicks it mark. And Dante picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Grizzlies have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
He's off on the first.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
And he's good on the second. 24 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Moutier. He's got 13. 12 seconds left in the third. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Exum. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Exum's got 7. And so it's the Utah Jazz with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. And we'll be back with you shortly. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Kyle Anderson. ABC is out there with Rab. Then there's Jay, and it's Iguodala in at the 2 guard. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Jay.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Yeah, and the rim protection, not there. You expect someone to at least come over and contest.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Pass to Moutier. Shoots a 3. The shot, no good. Good defense by Iguodala. To the paint, it's stolen by Green. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. There's the pass to Exum. Back to Green. Clock at 6. Bogdanovich wide open. A rebound by Rab. Rab's got 7 rebounds in the game. Memphis moving that ball around. Passes it to Jay. He kicks to Anderson. Buries it down low.
A high percentage look for Kyle. Has the size and length to be a factor inside.
Utah calls timeout.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
The reason why is you like to get value every time down the floor, but that does take a lot of discipline.
Jackson, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. Conley now comes in for Exum. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you we'll win this game. Back to you.
And so here's Memphis. After Bojan Bogdanovich getting his shot to go from deep, Clark kicks to Jackson. Jay, covered by Conley. Takes a 3. Utah with the rebound. To the inside. The dish to Moutier. Count it.
Whenever a guy is open, Conley will find him. He has a talent for getting the ball to his guys quickly.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Jay Crowder comes in for ABC. And for years, the Memphis Grizzlies defined mid-level success in the NBA, but not last season.
Before last year, they made the playoffs 7 straight seasons. Never played in a championship, but always seemed a player or two short. Now they're finally rebuilding.
I tell you, at 6'8", Jackson is a more than capable scorer on the inside. Great at getting close to the rim and just finishing with the soft touch.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Gobert. To the wing right side. And it's Conley that time on the assist for Moutier. 17 points for Mike Conley.
No doubt about it. He's been a monster from deep.
By and large, defenders have done a poor job of running him off his spots. That's why he keeps firing.
Utah leading by 9. To the paint, here's Green. Banked in off the glass.
And a high percentage look there, and he takes full advantage. Bumps up the lead.
Yeah, the lead now is double digits. Some tricky matchups out there. Not a lot of solutions.
Pass to Jackson. Kicks it to Valanciunas. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. Well, last season we saw Valanciunas start to step out a bit with his shot.
You know, started taking about 1-3 a game, and you wonder if he's geared up to act more like a stretch 5 over the next part of his career. He's always had a great touch from the line and mid-range. Now, that just seems like a natural progression.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, Steve, you look at the core of this Jazz team, Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, still very, very young.
Mitchell, obviously the youngest, but the Jazz have a good amount of players just entering their prime. Their front office has done a great job of identifying talent in the draft and developing it.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Valanciunas hits them both.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Now here's Conley. D right on him. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. The shot's good. 26 points for Jay.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
Now here's Conley. And there's the pass to Gobert. Jackson against Mitchell. And Crowder comes up to help. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. As now, here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
I like that play by Joe Ingles. Doesn't have anything he wants, keeps the ball moving.
Inside, it's deflected. Right side, Conley. Inside, a nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Jay, covered by Conley. Here's Jay. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Three-pointer. The Grizzlies pull it in. Valanciunas has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Jay.
Jay Crowder gets it. He's applying pressure on the offensive end, and he beats them with the pass.
On the wing, Mitchell, guarded by Jackson. Mitchell against Jackson, and it's Mitchell missing.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
And defensively, neither side able to get many stops.
Well, this is when you need them, late in the game. It's not all about scoring.
Now, here's Mitchell. Six on the shot clock. Out to Conley. Ingles trying to get open. Conley's shot is off. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for Memphis. Makes it off the glass. Now just a 5-point Jazz lead.
He's so strong. Jay Crowder overcoming physical defense with great power and body control.
Valanciunas against Gobert. to Mitchell. Ingles up top. The Jazz working the ball around now. Over Valanciunas, and the rejection by Valanciunas. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Jay, the pass to Crowder. Gobert with the block.
With plays like that, Gobert can start to get in your head. He covers so much ground.
Ingles finds Gobert. And here is Ingles, defended by Crowder. Mitchell passes to Conley. Just 5 on the clock. To end the cold streak. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Jay, the pass to Jackson. Jay, over by Conley. Down low, here's Bogdanovich. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
I love how he's been more patient in this second half, shooting only the shots he feels he can make.
Jay, over by Conley, takes the 13-footer, and the shot is long. Utah leading by 7. Lets it go with a 3. Kept alive. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Outside Conley. Outside Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 6. From deep. The shot will not fall. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Jay, the pass to Crowder. Count it. Good. Crowder's got 4 this quarter.
A big shot by Jay Crowder. He's been here before. Understands the importance of momentum.
Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. The Grizzlies trail by 5. On the wing, Jackson, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
For Utah, they've gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the 4th. That's about 43%. Conley kicks to Gobert. He dishes it to Mitchell. Lays it up off the glass. Mitchell's got 20.
The strength of Donovan Mitchell going downhill off contact, able to muscle it through.
Jackson drives in. Gobert with the block. Here's Bogdanovich, and Utah again with the bucket. Grizzlies have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the 4th quarter. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Mitchell. You know, here we go. Conley, nobody back. And finished off by Conley.
What I love about Conley, he always gives this team exactly what it needs. This time, finishing in transition.
Now here's Jackson. Stolen by Mitchell. And now Utah, fast break. Conley's running. Right side. Stolen by Jackson. There's the feed to Jackson. And it's good, 2 points. Jackson's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Passes it to Gobert. Back to Conley. On the wing, Mitchell. Guarded by Jackson. Lets it fly. And Utah again with the bucket.
Donovan Mitchell is comfortable playing at all 3 levels. He's playing at his highest level tonight offensively.
Now here's Jackson. by Mitchell.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Utah.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Donovan Mitchell.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Ball stolen. Here's Jay. Gobert pulls it in.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Jay. And another miss by Memphis. On offense, here are the Jazz. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Outside Conley. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum. Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
I think it's just staying in the defensive end. Sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it, and it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time